Where were the cowardly men? Where were the men? Have you ever asked yourself that question? Where were the dudes? Where were the guys? Where were the men who were just a few weeks or a few days earlier drawing swords to try and go to battle for Jesus? Where were these guys? They were locked away. It makes me ask a question about Sunday Christians. Where are the men? Where are we, brothers? And we have to investigate our own hearts. Where would we have been? Where are we now? See, we live in light of the resurrection, waiting for the consummation of the kingdom. The consummation, big word, simply means Jesus is coming back. And he's told us that over and over and over and over again. We men like to get on the disciples who Jesus said over and over again. He was very explicit with them. They're going to kill me. I'm going to rise in 3 days. And we're like, where were you guys, man? Where are we? Where are you men? Do you live radically in light of Sunday morning, compelled by the resurrection of Jesus Christ? Do we really believe that? And if we do, does it really affect our lives? Does it push us? Where are we? Where are the fathers who teach their children the gospel with great, great care? Where are the fathers who with their children teach them the things of Jesus Christ? It's great that they can throw a baseball. That's nice. It's great that they know how to have a great work ethic. That's a good thing. It's great that they're getting good grades in school. That's great. It's great that they can respect people. But it's all a hill of garbage if they don't know Jesus. We're the fathers. Do they know that you're passionate? Do they think that you would be one of the men? Do your children, when they read this passage, say, Daddy, would you have been there? Are you there now? Where are the husbands who pastor their wives? Who read the scriptures with them? Who talk theology with them? Who ask them more than just, how was your day? Where are the men who love their wives with the gospel? Who, when they see them struggling, instead of getting angry, pray with them and for them? If your wife reads this passage, are they able to say, you would have been there? I know, because you demonstrated in your life and your love for Jesus Christ. Where are the young men? Mark Driscoll, one of the pastors who formed Acts 29, calls the young men today boys who can shave. And it's up to in their 30s, the young men. We consider young men up into their 30s who are still acting like boys. Where are the young men who love Jesus, who worship Jesus, who are compelled by Jesus, who are wrecked by Jesus, who know something more about Jesus than they do about Call of Duty? It's great that you can run around with your friends with a headset on and your controller and pretend to be a soldier. It's not great. It's pretty stupid. But it's great that you can entertain yourself that way. And I'm not saying give it all up, but I'm saying if it's your God and Jesus isn't, you're in trouble. You live in light of Saturday. Where are my brothers, my young brothers, who are going to lead? Who are going to pick it up? Would you have been there? Would your girlfriend read this passage? Would your friends read this passage and say, you would have been there? You would have been there. Where are the men who live in light of Sunday with confidence? Where are the men who have a faith set on fire? Will people look at our church and say, the men of Stones Throw Church would be there? They are living in light of Sunday. They are living in light of the return of Jesus Christ. They believe it, and it compels them. They believe it more than anything else in their lives. They believe that Jesus is King. And you can see it. And it's something that other men want to be a part of. See, the problem with these men is that they were children of Saturday, but that's just for the time being. These same men who were huddled up in an upper room somewhere, probably maybe even the same room they just celebrated the first Lord's Supper with. These same men locked up in an upper room would be the same 11 men who would go into all the world and preach everything that they had ever seen about Jesus Christ. They would go as far as India. They would go to Spain. They would go all throughout the Middle East. They would go as far as into Africa, and they would preach the gospel. And in 300 years, because 11 men were set on fire living in light of Sunday, the world has never, ever, or ever will be the same. And we look at Middletown and Maryland and all of this, and we wonder, how will we ever? 11 fishermen, 11 tax collectors, 11 political zealots went into all the world. Because instead of living in light of Sunday or Saturday, they lived in light of Sunday.